Alright, today I'll be going over my Rails project app really quick. What I made was a social platform. It's sort of like a Twitter, but more for longer form posts. This is the home page here. So you create profiles, share posts, and create communities. Here we have the register page. Users can set an avatar and a header image. I won't register because I already have a user. We also have the login, and you could authorize through Google. I'll go ahead and show that real quick. So here we go, we're logging in with the Google account. We can see it's logged in. I have a method that runs in the back end that automatically generates a username and password since they're required. But let's log out of this and log into my admin account here. So here we go. We can see I've done the sign in as a modal. Alright, so here's where the activity feed would be. I don't have any friends or followers right now. Heroku is giving me some seed issues. But here we would see user posts in descending order? Descending, I believe. Or it'd show the most recent first. We could head to my profile now. This is my profile. We can create a post from anywhere. We could also set where it gets posted in the globally or in the community. I've also implemented markdown syntax, so we can do a header. We could also put in images. I'll find some text just to throw in here real quick. Two paragraphs here, and we'll throw those in there and submit. And here we have our post. If we refresh, it should cut it off. Or no, it wasn't long enough, I guess. We could do another one. It should. And it should truncate the post after so many letters, unless I mess something up. So we could go back to the profile. Okay, here we go. It'll truncate after like 500 or so characters. Yeah, we could go to the full post, and then if we reply, the post model has a parent ID, so when we reply, we use jQuery to insert that hidden field in this post modal. So I'm using the same post modal for everything in this app. So see, when we reply, it automatically makes the reply there, and if we go back to my profile, it does not show up in my normal activity, but it is in my replies, and here's what it's replying to. I think that's about it for profiles. We could go to communities now, and we could see these are the communities I've created here, and this is all communities. And these actions only show if you're an admin or a moderator of those communities. So let's go into the Bitcoin community here. And we do not have any posts in this community just yet. I also haven't set an image yet, so here, let's do that. Let's just pick a random one. We'll just pick one. I guess it'll be me and my girlfriend. And then we could do a header here. So let's submit that, and it should change here. There we go. And now if we want to post to this community, we could do a post here. Or wait, why didn't it select that? Oh, I guess I didn't set it for this community. Oh, I can fix that. It's one line of code. But anyways, if we post a Bitcoin community, this is a Bitcoin community post. Now, if we go to this post and we reply to it, it should. Oh no, it's not there either. Okay, I gotta see what's going on there. It worked locally. For some reason, it's not working here. But anyways, you can see we got the custom header image, just like on the profile, and the custom avatar. We have our edit profile here where you could change your images and everything. We could go to users too. We could see all of our different users here. Another thing I forgot about the communities. If we go back to communities, we can see the admins here. If we go to user permissions, we can edit members' different permissions and set them as an admin or moderator. So if I change that, successfully changed. Change this one, successfully changed. And if I refresh, you can see they're actually changed. So let's change this one to moderator. There we go. And refresh, and they're all correct. So that's about it. I haven't finished implementing this messaging function yet, so we can ignore that. But we also track members here. And on our profile, we track followers and following. So if we go to, let's go back to the community, and I will follow another user. Do the community, user permissions. Let's go to this user. So we'll follow Selena Block here, and we can see that it's been followed, and we can unfollow here. Unfollow, and then here, if we try to double follow, it should deny me. Yeah, see, it doesn't let me double follow. Still, the increment doesn't go up because it's using a has many through relationship to manage these, but I cannot follow multiple times because I set a before create action that verifies that I don't already have an existing follow. Same thing with community memberships. So users can't have multiple memberships to the same community. There's some safeguards in there. If we want to take a look at the code here, let's show you what I was talking about. So go to follow here. We have the prevent double follow here, where it's checking for the follow using an SQL query. For the community memberships, oh, I guess I didn't implement that. I don't think I had to for some reason. Oh yeah, I probably do have to. I'll implement that after I finish this video, but it'll be similar to how this is managed. I think that's about all. I don't really have much else going on here. Like I said, I had the modal here. I implemented some jQuery, which I have layout here. It needs to get put into one of the JavaScript file locations, so it's not on here. It's a little messy here. But when I was at that, when I was at the community page, it should have inserted that community ID into the collections selector there. But for some reason it wasn't. It was working locally. I'm not sure why it's not now. I will fix that though. I think that's about all. We went over the OAuth. What else do we have on the spec here that I didn't go through? On Rails has many belongs. Okay. We could go over some of my model relations here. So user model. We have a bunch of has many relationships here. Validations. We have the community. There's my belongs to relationship. We also have more has many relationships here. We have some more belongs to with the community membership, the through, the manager of that community membership, I guess you could say. And then we have abilities here, which is a can gem that is managing permissions. So if users try to access things they aren't allowed to, it'll kick them out and give them a little warning saying that they're not authorized to access whatever they're trying to access. A couple of these models are features I still haven't implemented yet, but we will, I'll get to that before the whole project's submitted. They're not necessary based on the requirements for the project, so they weren't at the forefront of my list. Let's see, where'd that go, spec? What else? I got the through part, class of active method. I still need to implement a scope method. I'm gonna be keeping track of posts with the most replies, and I'll probably do users with most posts. We have the nested resources. We could go to my routes here. The routes config, where yeah, so many files, I get lost in these things now. There we go. I have a few. Oh my, sorry, my girlfriend keeps messaging me. I have a few nested resources here. We can see posts are nested under communities, and memberships are nested in communities. We have posts nested in users as well, and we have conversations in a private namespace. And that's about it for that. We also have the follow and unfollow nested here in the user resource, which is technically a part of the user's controller, so I guess I don't know if you really consider that nested or not. We could take a peek at how I handled that. Go to our sessions controller here. We have, oh no, not sessions, sorry, users. We have our follow and unfollow functions here. It's just creating a new follow for the current user. And the following ID is the target user. And same with unfollow, the target is the following ID, which is the user's profile you're browsing, and that's taken through the params user ID. We have our warning messages here. And one last little cool thing I got going on here is the create with OmniAuth. So with OmniAuth, my validations require an email, a username, and a password. And Google OmniAuth doesn't have a username, so I generated a username just by splitting the string of their full name and grabbing the first part of that, which would be their first name, and then tacking on a random number 100 to 1000 that, and that would get assigned as a username. So it's their first name plus a random number 100 to 1000. And then the password, that could be changed, but the default password is just the UID and plus their username. And I think that about wraps it up. So this is my project. Hope you kind of enjoyed it. Oh, here we could see one of the people I'm following their posts. We could try to find another one too, so we can see multiple posts on here real quick before I leave. Let's go back to my community and see the users that are in there, and I'll follow them. Here we go. We'll follow Tommy. And then let's go back home. And there we go. We got two, and they were created at the same time, but this one here was created before the top one. I verified all that. So yeah, the more people you'd have, the more you would see this, and eventually it would be paginated. If we go to users here, yeah, I don't have enough users on here because, like I said, the seeding was giving me some issues with Heroku, but it would normally give you 30 results, and then it would paginate it for you. So yeah, that's about all. That's my project here. Hope you like it. It took me a lot of hours. I still want to update this homepage a lot. It's still kind of crummy looking for me. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, but not bad for a solo project for 2 weeks, I don't think. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you.